Good morning, students. Bonjour. Bienvenue à la classe de français. Welcome to French class. So today in this video we are going to learn about grammar lesson number 1, sixth exercise. So sixth exercise is normally we are going to do passé composé only. The only thing we are going to conjugate all the verbs with etre. So remember carefully, there is a lot of difference when you do with avoir and etre. Okay, children. So we have to remember the points. That is very important. With etre, the past participle accepts the number and gender. That point you have to remember. Okay, children. And we have to know the present tense of etre. Very important. So let us go into the exercise. Yeah, bonjour étudiants. Good morning, students. So in this video, we will be going to learn about the grammar lesson number 1, sixth exercise. So far we have learnt all the exercise, or we have seen all the exercise which is based on the same concept, that is passé composé. So this exercise is also based on the same concept, passé composé, but here all the verbs are conjugating with etre. So before going into this exercise, we should know the present tense of etre, right? So that is the auxiliary verb for this particular exercise. So first person is je suis, tu as, il a, nous sommes, vous êtes, elles sont or elles sont. So in this one condition is there, you have to understand. So when you conjugate with the avoir, the past participle will remain same everywhere. But if you are going to conjugate with the etre, the past participle has to accept the number and gender of the subject that it takes. For example, if the subject is going to be masculine singular, it also has to be. That is, the past participle has to be in masculine singular. And if the subject is going to be feminine singular, the past participle also has to remain in feminine singular just by adding e to the past participle. Then masculine plural. If the subject is going to be masculine plural, the past participle also has to be in masculine plural by adding s. And if the subject is going to be in feminine plural, the past participle also has to be in feminine plural by adding es. So normally after making the past participle, this all arrangements or this all changes you have to add in the end for the respective subject pronouns. Okay, because the past participle has to accept the number and gender of the subject that it carries. So that is the important point you have to make a note before going into this exercise. So now let us see the exercise. Construire the phrase avec l'élément donné à passé composé. That means construct some phrases with the elements given to the passé composé. That means they have given the subject, the verbs are given in infinitive form, and we have to change the things into passé composé tense. Okay. So now let us go into the exercise. First one. Nous is given and rester is given. So you know nous is first person plural. So what will be the conjugation? Obviously, so nous sommes, rester. And here you have to remember the past participle s is added because nous is first person plural. So s is added. So it might be masculine plural. Even you can put e in the bracket, but that is not required now. Okay, so nous sommes restés. So you know the past participle for rester, you just take out r and e accent. Now s is added. Nous sommes restés, you means we have rested or we stayed an hour. Okay, next one is given je retourner. So je is first person singular. So here we can write the past participle. So that is the past participle e retourner, er group. So r cut out r and add e accent. And here e is added with the bracket because it is there is an option. That is, either it can be je can be either masculine or feminine. That is what is written in within the brackets. It is not compulsory written. Okay. So je suis. So first person je suis retourner. Okay. Retourner is to turned. I turned. Next one. L is given venir. Venir is an irregular verb. The past participle of venir is venu. And since the subject is L is third person singular and feminine singular. So after venu, e will be added. So that we can see and recognize there. L a venu a midi means she has or she turned or she came at noon. Okay, venu. So very important, the past participle is venu for venir. Then for next one is tu, aller, a marcher. So aller is a normal verb here. To make the past participle, it is aller. Tu is the second person singular, so tu are, es. That is a conjugation in etra. So tu a, ale, and again e is written in within the brackets. That is an option. Okay, either it can be a masculine or feminine, the subject. So tu a, ale, amarche means you went to the market. The next one, il is given. Then neitra, this is another important verb and very important verb, and it is an irregular verb. The past participle of this verb is ne with an accent. Okay, and the subject is il, so third person singular and masculine form. So no, here you need not add anything because the subject remains in masculine singular form. Il a ne en, that is 1941. So that is he was born in 1941. Okay, so this is how this exercise ends up. So before getting into the exercise, we have to know the etra conjugation in present tense because we are using etra as the auxiliary verb for all these particular verbs in this particular exercise. Okay, and remember one more point. The past participle has to accept the number and gender of the subject that it takes. So that is very, very important point of this particular exercise. Okay.